Okay. Sound is a bit too high still. Music. 5. Okay, music is fine like this. The game contains occasional nudity. Would you prefer to censor it? No. A grueling night. Oh, this is still loud as fuck.
Estranged for a couple of years, a young man rushes back to his childhood home. Dismayed by the news of his father losing his sight and inching closer to his demise, Marius, a priest in training, suspends his long studies at the seminary to be close in his final days to the man who taught him dignity
for a couple
and
of
stalwartness. A young man rushes back
Oh,
to
I
his
think this
childhood
is
home.
there we go.
The oldest son of Honorable Leon Rosenthal can't conceive the encouraging events that his arrival will unfold. Equally exhilarating and petrifying.
Okay, and now I want to do something here.
The sight of the mansion made Marius realize he longed for the warm and peaceful days of his childhood. But his mood quickly succumbed. He did not leave home on the best of terms. And now, he would have to face his family and the consequences of his departure.
Oh. Oh. Sheesh, is that Oh my god. When I turn around, this is crazy. Is there some sort of... First time I feel like I need some motion blur. Graphics, vibration, visual effects, epic, textures, view distance, shadow quality, anti-aliasing. There's not much. There's not much here. Maybe I'll get used to it. 1917, Transylvania. I often felt uneasy about my family wealth at the seminary. But I'm graceful I had... Okay, I thought it froze. It's such a weird game. I'm graceful I had the car for today's rush journey. Mr. Rosenthal, His Eminence has taken note of your plea to suspend your studies at our seminary until further notice. Considering your harrowing circumstances, he has approved your request. Furthermore, he wishes to express his support during these difficult times and wish that you return on your path to serve God as soon as possible. For it is only by his will that we preserve and that we persevere, and in his mercy only he can heal our souls. There is no greater honor awaiting you than to be in his service with compassion. Okay, obviously he's a priest. Jeremiah. Okay. Right. How are you, little fellow? Was it rough? I'll move you somewhere more comfortable soon. Okay, I think... This game really needs... It jitters a lot when objectives queue. Talk to my father Leon, talk to my mother Katrina, talk to my brother Remus. Okay. Welcome home, Marius. Okay. It's good to see you. I trust you had a good journey. It was fine. How have you been? I missed you. Oh, you know, I simply kept trying to fill the big void you left. How is our mother? What's happening with our father? My congratulations on your new position. I hear you're the new director of our stained glass factory. Don't mock me, brother. You've arrived for far too short a time to start that. I was being quite sincere. I'm happy our parents trusted you. Yes, well, father is too absent-minded for his opinion to matter them, and mother surely had her hidden rivers to appoint me. Okay. Same as always. Jewel, how are the things between you two? Just as I said, they're the same as always. Okay, at least the questions disappear once you talk it through. He's ill, most likely dying. His mind has perished slowly these past couple of years and his body is following. What should we do for him? I don't know. Be by his side, hold his hand when he takes his last breath. He certainly missed you deeply, even with his shrouded mind he kept asking about you. I wish I'd known sooner how bleak things were. You would have if you had bothered to visit us at least once since you left. Damn, is that a blame? You know how upset Mother was with my decision. I felt returning home would do more harm than good. How do you feel being in charge? Forget our parents. Are you happy running things? When have I ever been allowed to be happy these past years? I do my best not to cause trouble. Try to cheer up, Remus. It seems to me like a good chance for you to prove your mettle. Maybe, or to confirm Mother that I'm as worthless as she ever considered me. I don't think you should think so poorly of her, as I am sure she doesn't think so of you. You were always her favorite, Marius. What would you know? There's already a little bit of tension between these two brothers. Stargazing is used for my path. Okay. Perhaps Raymond filled the void after I left. I hope he learned to love the stars as we do. I would have enjoyed having a cup of coffee with my brother, but it seems there is none left for me. Perhaps another time. Talk to father, talk to mother. Okay. Good day to you, mother. Katerina. I'll go home. It's been too long. It has. It's good to see you. You look well. It seems you haven't aged a bit these years. Oh, well, she's a bit old. Hush, child. You know I don't take kindly to flattery. Keep your simpering for the clerics you've abandoned for us. You've abandoned us for. Okay, mother's upset. I may not disrespect, mother. I've missed all of you. As have we. Your presence here was more needed than you imagine. But you're here now. You'll have to do. His condition has worsened lately. His episodes of confusion started about a year ago. He forgets where he is or who he is talking to. A few months ago, he started scribbling nonsense. He has moments when he just repeats the same words over and over. What of his sight? That's what worries me. It's why I summoned you. It started only 3 weeks ago. His vision became blurry. Then he couldn't read at all. Now he barely recognizes us. Couldn't be caused by his confusion? Our good doctor Philumen assured us these are new symptoms of his condition. Leon sometimes doesn't see the food on his plate. He trims often, he fumbles in broad daylight, and it's only worsening. You look well, but you seem tense and troubled. No shit. That's because things haven't been easy since you left. I had no one to rely on. My dependable son abandoned me. And you know how aloof your brother can be. As for your father, well, he hasn't been himself for a while now. I was happy to hear Remus is in charge of the stained glass factory now. Your brother wouldn't know how to manage a pup, let alone our workers. I just wanted him out of my way so I can focus on your father. Okay. She really doesn't like her other son. That's disappointing to hear. I had hoped you became more cordial with each other. I love the boy as any mother would, but he can't do anything right. Yeah, okay. You could be kinder to him, supporting even. Don't you start to. I'll support him when he gets his senses together. What's the cause of father condition? How do we cure it? He thinks it's simply your father's old age. Medication for nerves and pain. And not it treats only the symptoms and not the disease. Maybe we need to find a more qualified doctor. I assure you I have found the best for your father. I wouldn't have brought anyone less competent. I have made my peace that we will lose him soon. You should too. This house. Okay. Of course he does. I make sure of it. Your father and I built it together, and when we're gone, it will remain as our legacy. You have always been fond of this mansion. I have more reasons than you know of that. And now talking to father. Hey, where is father? It's only really bad when you turn the camera. Is there any loss of FPS? Anything like that? No. Not much to lose. There's not much graphical. Oh, I can talk to him. Mother seems to think very highly of him. The good doctor is our blessing in these dark days. Who knows how I would manage if it weren't for him? But he doesn't seem to be able to cure father. Don't be ignorant. Not everything can be solved through your prayers. If there was a cure, I assure you that the Dr. Philuman would have found it by now. You seem to have even more faith in him than Mother does. I do, and you shouldn't make assumptions on his qualifications without a clue of what you're talking about. He is really getting nasty. I'm simply worried about father's health. There is no need to get ruffled by it. Father is in good hands. The best he could be in, without a doubt. Alright, but where do I meet with him? Talk with my father, Leon. That's Mother. Am I supposed to? This is somewhere else, maybe. This leads to the greenhouse. Maybe I'll have some time to visit later. There is no map here. I've missed the woods around here. Unfortunately, this isn't a good time for a walk. Okay. Whenever the text or the beginning of the text pops off on the screen. Oh, here he is. It gives you the impression that the game basically crashed. Hello, father. Remus, is that you? No, father, it's Marius. I'm home. Marius, my dear boy, welcome back. Oh, that has. Don't worry about me. Do you want me to help you move somewhere else or go inside? Not at all. Fresh air is good for me. I'd like to enjoy the sun's warmth some more. You are sure I can get you some water, maybe? The child will bring a cold cup of water to his frail father. What more could a man want from at his old age? You're a good son. A good son. It's Mario's father. I forgot already. Goodness, when did you get home? We forgot the entire conversation. Holy shit. I've just... Never mind. Just a minute. I'll get you some fresh water. Yeah, can we do all the talk first? I'm well. My eyes have weakened, but nothing to worry about. You know me, nothing gets me down. I have a family to keep together. Did you know my eldest son is going to be a priest? Such a good boy. Is around here, as usual. Ever busy, always taking care of me. How has she been? Fine, fine, but why do you ask? You've only been away for a few weeks. I've been at the seminary, father. It's been more than 2 years. I know, of course. Nah, he doesn't. I hear Remus is handling the business now. I'm glad you and mom trusted him with such a responsibility. He's still just a boy. He'll grow up, though, surely. Maybe when he's older, he'll take over our business. He's so confused. If only Marius hadn't left home. God called upon him, you know. I could tell him a few things about the gods, if only he knew. It's alright, father, just rest now. Yeah, he's like not even bothering, cause it's father's writing, but it's just some incoherent scribbles. I worry about him. He looks rather absent-minded. Dad always had a sweet tooth. Oh yeah, he's eating cake. Glad to see he's still enjoying a treat despite his condition. Empty cup. The bucket. God knows where he put the bucket, where he placed the bucket. Oh, is this a puzzle? Pick a place. Aha. I can't rotate them, right? Um, I can move this here. Oh, it overlaps, so I just bring it like this in place. Yeah, that's the one. Um, oh, I can even do. Okay, that's the horns. Oh, this is part of the year. Fuck. So this. Okay, part of the year. Is that there? Horns. neck. I don't know. Or maybe, yeah, it looks about right. Any. That looks about right. Okay, this looks right here. There's the rose. Top part of the... Ah! There we go. Hehe. Okay. There is still little love lost between Remus and Mother. She always nagged him too much. Unfairly so. Too much. Unfairly so. Unfairly so. And he resents her for it. Sadly, he also blames me simply because she hasn't been as critical of me even when my misdeeds seem worse. I've missed these puzzle toys. We used to play with them all the time as children. Simple joys. Simple joys. I miss these times. I'm grateful that His Eminence understood my ordeal and consented that I may resume my studies when his tribulation concludes. Okay. Now the thing is, where is the bucket? Stupid bucket could be anywhere in this garden. After 2 years, mother, father, and 2 sons. Okay, after 2 years, I'm now back home. It's a peculiar feeling. I miss this place, but at the same time, I feel uneasy being here, as though I've been forced to return despite having said goodbye to it for good. I left thinking I'd only see my father again if they'd visit me in my parish. And yet now I'm back. I suppose I should make the best of it. His confused father looks better than I expect, but his mind is adrift. Good seeing him, but he worries me. Kept mistaking me for Remus. Mother seems as friendly as ever. After all this time, she still hasn't warmed up to the idea of me becoming a priest. Father taught us how to take pictures and paint over them. Why see reality in black and white when you can add some color to it, he used to say. Oh, watch the stars at night with father. I should see how it's holding up later when I have a moment for myself. Okay. Where is your water bucket, my dude? Obviously, he wants to talk because of all that dialogue before. Isn't there a way to that? Would this help? Oh. I think it does. Oh, not really, no. My 60 FPS now. No, 107. Okay. I want to see if there is. Hmm. Needs bucket. Where is bucket? Ah, there's a bucket. Fresh from the fountain. I read this before. Check with mother, but first I'm gonna check with brother because he has for sure some dialogue. Okay, not anymore. Can I assist you with anything? I wonder what time it is. Seems a bit late in the afternoon. Please go fetch our maid. She must be in the... If not, look for her on the trail towards the cemetery. A moment, we have a maid since when? Since I couldn't keep doing everything on my own around here. She's a good girl, reliable. You treat her well, you hear? Of course, why would you even need to ask me that? Go now, tell Irina she should start prepping dinner. It's getting late. Now that I've spent some time with my family and got reacquainted with the place I grew up in, I welcome a brisk walk. Let's meet this new maid. Leave towards the old house. Oh, there's Act 2.
Marius did not find the elusive young maid in the old house, so he set out to look for her on the trail towards the family crypt. He welcomed the idea of a stroll through the woods, with the fresh mountain air to cool away the tension from the reunion with his family.
The reunion with my family went both better than I expected and worse than I hoped. Father is not doing well, my brother and mother resent me for leaving, but I'm relieved they all seem to accept me back home. I'll get some fresh air and stretch my bones after that long drive. Okay. The maid isn't in the old house. I've already looked everywhere. Okay. The maid must have had lunch here. Look at... Oh, another puzzle. Let's go. So there's a year we need. An eye. No, there's a piece of a ear missing. Oh, I see the ear. That's one. Where's the other ear? But this, oh, okay, this horns. Aha. There we go. Oh, I think okay, now we have enough space. Top of the head. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh, maybe. Hmm. These flowers look alright. Um, this looks alright. This, ah, there we go. And then I found that, okay. There's nothing here. Why are the animal skull lying around? Oh yeah. At first, looking from this side, I thought it's the back of a bird looking that way. Didn't realize what it was. Naked lady in the middle of the lake. Do you always sneak up on naked women as they bathe? No, I am terribly sorry. It wasn't my intention to. Who are you exactly and what's your business here? I haven't introduced myself. I'm Marius Rosenthal. I came home from the seminary. Of course, the master's son. It's a bit funny though. I thought priests were thought to be less voyeuristic. Again, I'm very sorry. I have no excuse. Will you accept my apologies? I don't know yet. I have to keep my eye on you and make sure you behave. Would you tell me your name? I'm Irina. I say it was nice to meet you, and I'm sure it was for you, but of course I understand. I will have to find a way to make up for it. Otherwise, I have a feeling I'll never hear the end of it. Well, you still deserve a few more pokes, but I'll stop eventually. It almost sounds like you're not upset about me unintentionally seeing you undressed, as you are delighted for having a reason to tease me. Oh yeah, kind of. One could unintentionally sneak behind me while nude, delighting in the view, then trying to get a peek from the side too. It wasn't like that. I didn't sneak. I wasn't trying to. I'm pretty good at railing you up, am I not? Almost as good as you are at blushing. I deserve that, so Irina, what about your last name? Just Irina, the rest is not important. And I am pleased to meet you, all things considered, as am I, and grateful for your teasing instead of a scandal. They mold you into good boys who always look at the floor and not into girls' eyes. Thank goodness that those lessons don't seem to have rubbed off on you yet. You seem to have no issue looking at my eyes or other areas. At the seminary, I learned how to better serve God. Of course. And was the experience all that you hoped for? It was in many ways. I loved the calm of the place. How everyone seems focused on being a better person and not getting themselves caught in the web of... Okay. It sounds peaceful, maybe a bit too peaceful. I heard about this position from an acquaintance and I spoke with your mother. Offered my services. She was kind enough to accept. So here I am, and here I have been ever since. You haven't ever left since you started working here? What about your family? I don't have family, not in the real sense. And the closest thing I have to loved ones are too far away for me to get to. No, I'm stuck here now, but not complaining. Your family is kind. Well, your father doesn't seem to like me much. Ooh. Father has memory issues, yet somehow affords to not like this girl. But I suspect that's because of whatever disease he has. She even warned me not to cause you any trouble. It's almost like she foresaw how naughty you could be picking an unclothed woman. I was minding my own business, walking and clearing my head when I was surprised by the slight by the sight of a very beautiful woman bathing. I reacted poorly, I admit. I lost my senses for a moment, but there was no ill intent. I think in your rush to justify yourself, not only you have finally admitted that you've looked at me with not the most pious intentions. But you've also dropped a lovely compliment in there. Now, was that so difficult, admitting you enjoyed what you saw too much to look away? I mean, yeah. I didn't want you to think I was some kind of degenerate. I admit that for a moment too long. I couldn't stop looking at you. There, see, you're learning. A boy makes excuses, a man admits and takes responsibility for his actions. True. Aren't you as young or even younger than me to scold me? Not that you're not right. Well, I'm an old soul, okay? And don't worry about what happened. Does that mean that I'm forgiven? To be honest, I think it might have bothered me more if you didn't look. Okay. Interesting. That doesn't mean it was right to pick, so I can promise I won't tease you again about it. But it's reassuring to know you couldn't just ignore me. I don't have much experience with women. I couldn't tell. But I have a feeling you're not like most. If only you knew. Give it some time. Perhaps you'll find out more. I think it could. Always settling for peace might just be the fear of living. If you never allow yourself to fall into temptation, how could you truly appreciate your existence? All the wonders God created for us are there within reach. Have you ever felt how sweet a cake is when fasting? Have you ever felt the merriness only wine can bring to an evening with your friends? Tasted the forbidden lips of someone else's lover? Oh, them. Basked your naked flesh in the sun right after making love with someone for the first time? I haven't. No, none of those things. Have you? How did you end up talking about such things? Well, it's my fault. I tend to get too philosophical for my own sake. I'm sorry, just ignore what I said. I'm sure you're a good, decent young man. I like to think I'm. To hear such things from a woman as... Okay, I just read a lot and imagine even more. Daydream myself away from this secluded place. Meeting people, experiencing the wonders of life, of love. There's no one to love here. I can understand that. Wanting to leave. To see more of the world than just this mountain crest. Maybe one day I too will leave this place. But for now I have to look after your family. She sent me to tell you to start prepping dinner. Of course, we'll have it as soon as... Please don't call me that. Call me Marius. You do not work for me, so please act around me as you would around any other person. But you're not any other person. Just try to feel at ease around me as much as you can. Understood? I won't call you master. Unless you want me to. You never know. I think she's naughty. But as much as I appreciate your offer to walk back together, would you mind going ahead so I can finish my dressing? I don't want the whole family to know how you surprised me while I was bathing. We can keep that between us. First impressions. I've met her a lot. This was not the first impression I wanted to make. But seeing her in the water, I couldn't get a hold of myself and look away. I must make amends. Irina is a beautiful young woman, though hard to read and far more captivating than I ever imagined a maid to be. I wonder how naive I came across to her. I somehow managed to redeem myself in front of her, although it felt more like as if she guided me all the way, smiling and teasing. This reminds me of Mount Pumpkin Pie. I loved it. Always complained about the smell. Another thing. Return to the mansion. Okay. Oh, I can run, okay. Act 3.
It took him a while to collect himself after the heart-pounding meeting he had with the young maid. But in the end, Marius returned to the mansion. He readied himself for an evening likely fraught with tension, yet he seemed excited to spend time with his family once more. Or was the eagerness he felt caused by someone else entirely?
I need the... Now that I had a moment to gather myself after meeting Irina, I should spend more time with my family. Perhaps I'll have a look around and see what's changed in the mansion since I've been away. Our first dinner together is in ages is bound to be tense. I may as well try to appease everyone beforehand. I get the impulse to run away if but I won't. I need to... Ah, this is the door. Ctrl Shift N. Um, And okay, looks fine. We'll see in the end. Okay, so you can sit indefinitely on the chair. Talk to mother, check on Irina, greet Remus. Um, who would I call? I haven't made any close friends at seminary. Mrs. Rosenthal, I haven't heard from you regarding your husband's condition over the past week. I trust I left him stable. If you demand another house call, if you deemed another house call unnecessary, nevertheless, please inform me of any change, be it a loss of appetite, worsening memory loss, an increase in his episodes of confusion. Anything anything else uh noteworthy? Always make time for you in your family as make time for your family, as you well know. Please do not hesitate to call, however minor the incident. If I don't hear from you before that, I shall come to check on Leon next Thursday. Okay, P.S. I express my gratitude once again for allowing me to use your guest room during my visit. I have felt sensitive. I have left sensitive documents and medication there, so I'd appreciate if you could keep the room locked. While I trust you and Remus completely, you do employ a maid, and it wouldn't surprise me if she were to poke around. You know how inconsiderate young people can be these days. PPS. Please give my regards to Remus. I look forward to chatting with him when I come over, unless we happen to run into each other in town. spend more time with the dinner. This mansion looks so bougie. Not as good as mother's. Why do you seem mad at me? Okay, he finally says it. Would you have preferred it in return? Couldn't care less either way. As long as you don't interfere in my business, you can do whatever you want. Why would I think anything of her? She's just the help. I only wanted to make some small talk with you. What's next? How many eggs do our chicken lay each week? You're impossible. I don't have a crush, not that a maid would matter either way. There certainly seems to be an abundance of forgotten coffee cups. Best not mention that to her, if I wish to stay in her good graces. Where is Irina? I remember father getting upset with us for distracting him from his work. Now the childhood giggles are behind us, and father will likely never set foot in this study again. The mischievous brothers, always playing together. We had a good childhood. Oh, another puzzle. What am I? Okay. My up. Like so. Part of the beak. No. Okay, that's part of his feathers. I get the feeling this is the way to make this work. With that. That has to go there. Okay, we're starting to get it into place. Can't really get any higher. So aha. There's that. There's that. There's these. No. This does fit there. This flower fits with this. So which one are we missing? This fits with that. This kind of fits with this. This doesn't really fit there. This does fit with this because of that flower. I feel like there's one thing that doesn't here. Not entirely sure. Oh wait, let me see. Yeah, that fits with that flower. Fits with that. Fits with this. No, I don't know. Okay, maybe we're trying to figure it out. Almost. I mean, it's almost... No, this is the part from where I got confused before. So annoying. It looks like they fit. I don't know. This fits as well. I don't know what doesn't fit. These... I don't know what to do with these. This fits... Or maybe... No. This fits... There's something that doesn't fit here. But this fits. There's just no way this does fit in there. No way that doesn't fit, look. I don't know if... This fits with this flower, so that's definitely there. So then what's with this? This fits with this. This half fits with this. This can't really go anywhere, so the mistake... I am not sure what's not... This one is not... quite fitting, I think. But I'm not sure what. Because up here doesn't make sense. Oh, this could fit in there. But no, the beak fits in there, so these two can't really fit. Or it's this one that... But this one fits here, so that's the end of it. Does it say what kind of thing this is? No. That's... I don't know. I don't know what these names are. Wait. That flower doesn't quite... Okay. Now it does fit. Okay. Okay. Maybe this way. This goes with this flower. This doesn't go with this. This is the beak. Bro, what the hell? These plants go there. This flower goes here. Oh, maybe. That is there, definitely. This does look like the complete puzzle. Still snipping too. Mm. The piece that looks wrong is the tile in the second row, third column, counting from the top left. Top left, first row, second row, third column. 1, 2, 3. This would be this. But this... This doesn't align here. This flower is usually not. Like, what is this? Is this just grass? That doesn't align there. Uh, my opinion, there's something wrong here. This adds up to this flower, but this flower in the middle, I mean the stem, adds up there. And then that totally breaks. We will do Discord, and I'll put it on Discord. And screen gallery. I don't know what this means. That's the problem. What does the triangle? But that's not. Can't really do anything with it. Pick and place. I can tell that something is wrong here, but I don't know what exactly is wrong. So now that flower hits. Because you can have this motherfucker in the middle all the way here, but now that flower hits there. Oh, this one hits here. Maybe they're supposed to be like this. Maybe we got it finally. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Holy moly, bro. Ah. Look, we got it. This was AIDS. Remos. How many more times must I remind you to keep the noise down when Dr. Hillman stays over? I do appreciate that you're on friendly terms, but the commotion is keeping me up half the night. Just because I have the good grace not to come in and spoil your cheerful mood doesn't mean I'll tolerate this indefinitely. I simply don't see why you insist on staying cooped, cooped up in your room when you could just as easily chat in the greenhouse without bothering us. It's good to hear you laugh, child, but honestly try to be considerate of others. Your father and I don't do need our rest. Talk to mother, check on Irina. Where is Irina? That's the dumbass that doesn't like me. I don't want anyone to think I'm spoofing around. Maybe I missed something downstairs. Is it inconsiderate? Here's Irina, yeah. I haven't had mother's pie in a while, but Irina must have made this one. I'm sure it will be tasty, but nothing compares to mother's pumpkin pie. Okay, I didn't have a chance to drink any coffee today. Though considering the late hour, it would be nice to have some now. Well, that's an interesting coffee device. Is this really a thing? In the 1700s? I remember the night sky, the stars. I recall looking down at the lake, a wish cast into the abyss. So many things about back home are blurry now. I am barely a shadow of who I once was. I am not even certain anymore if it was all real or just fabrication. Was that truly my home? Did he really put me through that much pain after he swore he'd always protect me? There's 3 pages of this. When I woke up in the dark cold place, I was so frightened I ran and ran until I had clarity. The excruciating pain gave me purpose. I would be free again, no matter what. I would cut all the ties to those who've wronged me. And when everything that kept me bound to the past was gone, I would finally understand who I could be. I can still be someone, can't I? There must be some place for me, some purpose. If I can't go back, then I must only look forward from now on. This was that. This looks like some ham. She's cooking. That smells delicious, and even if it didn't, I'm so hungry after today I eat anything. Right, but is there anything else? I don't need anything from the pantry. This leads to the backyard. I'd rather stay inside in this weather. Yeah, because it's stormy outside. Some of the graphics are really good, but yeah, you get used to this funkiness, I guess. Good evening. What are you cooking? You smell delicious. Rabbit. I don't like the smell of cooked meat. But if you like to eat dead animals, I imagine it must be a treat. I'm off to a good start again, I see. Oh, ouchie. I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention. I shouldn't have kept you. Well, if it meant getting you scolded. But we also got to know each other a bit. Yes, I'm glad we did. I'd like us to be friendly. But I think I'm mostly stepping on your toes one way or another. You're not. You bring a bit of excitement in an otherwise dull life. So friends... We'll start as friends. We'll start? Interesting. Careful what you say. You don't want us to end up enemies. Banish the thought. Okay, there's Irina. And there's the mother. But mother was always a graceful woman, but never more than when she played the piano. Father would often ask her to play for him. Will you soothe my mind again? She would stop whatever she was doing and play a mesmerizing tune, while father sat next to her, tears in his eyes. Father had the utmost respect and deep love for Grandpa. Oh, this was Grandpa, okay. He always told us how he would have been lost without his counsel in the darkest moments of his life. He never gave us details, but I suspect it had to do with helping father recover after he returned from the war. Probably First World War. 1917? Yeah, probably. There was plenty of music and laughter in our house. When father returned from the factory, he'd often dance around with us. Mother would scold him, but she always ended up in his arms. A big smile on her face. Well, she used to be nice, apparently. This is just probably sitting. We don't talk much about Uncle Albert. He supposedly committed war crimes and was disowned by Grandpa. Only father stood by his side, saying a man shouldn't be defined by his darkest hour. Not sure I agree, but then again, I haven't lived through the kind of horrors they did. True, true. Oh, the lighting is crazy sometimes. Anything else? Oh, yeah. One can tell we come from two military lineages. Weapons, trophies, and portraits of war heroes decorate our walls. Our grandfather on mom's side, a stern man. Yeah, he kind of look and I suppose mother inherited that from him along with his toughness. He and grandpa were good friends, so naturally their children married each other. What? He and grandpa were good friends, so naturally their children married each other. Yeah, I guess it's their children, so it should be fine, right? Good evening. You took your time sending that girl back. I had some trouble finding her. Was she under a rock somewhere? No, mother, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for, child? It's not your fault. The girl forgot her place just as you return home. I already gave her a piece of my mind. Come on now, mother, it wasn't like that. We just spent some time introducing ourselves. I'm watching you, boy. Don't know what disgraceful habits you picked up while away, but this is a respectable house. You do best to stay in line, of course. I needed help, she happened to come along at the right time, and that's all there is to it. She seems young. Did she have any experience? Who recommended her? Well, aren't you taking a bit of an interest in her? All you need to know is that she's done a good job so far. Never stepped out of line. Well, not until tonight. You're already a bad influence on her, aren't you? But who introduced her to you? Deflecting my questions? That only makes me more suspicious of your intentions. Please, mother, stop this. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you and ease this tension between us. Oh, fine. It was one of my friends who sent her here. Who even remembers? Perhaps Lady Dimitrescu? The one from Resident Evil? The point is, the girl is more than... Does Irina have family? My dear boy, if you're so curious about the girl, I think it's best you discuss with her. Lord knows she might even enjoy the attention. Now off you go, and remember to behave properly. Yes, he felt a bit under the weather. He seemed to be doing well enough where I arrived today. It was one of his better moments as of late, likely from the excitement of seeing you again. But he's resting now. Join us for dinner. Perhaps he will go check with Irina if she's almost ready. Then help your father to get to the dining room if he can muster the energy to join us. Don't remember where Irina was. That's the mother. TikTok, time flies away. One moment we're cheerful children, and the next we're preparing to bury our parents. We should appreciate the peaceful times more, especially when we're fortunate enough to leave them. Yeah, you just wait until you have to join World War II. Oh, there's Irina. Should I go help father in the dining room then? You could, or you could spend another minute with me. But only if you think I'm good company. Your family is good to me. I have everything a maid could want and more. It's just, yes, I get very lonely after I finish my chores. What is there to do here? Read a book and daydream. I love your mother, but she isn't exactly a conversationist. Your father doesn't want me anywhere near him, even though I haven't slighted him in any way. As of Master Remus, he doesn't see me as a peer. Why don't you ever leave? You never have any time off. And where would I, an unaccomplished woman, go? I don't know, to the park in town maybe? Not alone, no. Maybe you will take me there sometime. Of course, if you'd like that. Moment of flair. I think I would like that a lot. So don't leave me waiting for too long. What did you do before coming here? I was shining bright. Really? Truly? Wouldn't that make for a captivating story? It was just somewhere. I was just one of many, nothing remarkable about me. But life twisted and turned and it brought me here. Don't you miss the place where you came from or the people? What would be the point? It's near impossible to return, so why bother? Your family and this place is all I know now. That's quite sad. Well, here's your chance to make a sad and unattached girl smile. Will you take it? I can try, of course, if you tell me how. That's not how it works. You have to figure it out on your own. All I can tell you is that it wouldn't be much of a challenge for you to brighten my day, so hurry up and come up with some ideas. I'll do my best. How were you as a child? Who could remember that the universe was so young? Come on, you're barely in your 20s, it wasn't that long ago. I suppose not. Well, if you must know, I was a lot cuter. A lot cuter? Even more than now? Good answer. I may not be as cute now, but I think I developed some other qualities that can make a priest in training stop in his tracks. Wouldn't you agree? Think. I'm sure you were lovely and that your qualities haven't faded. On the contrary, you sound like you might find me. Was that mother calling me? No, it wasn't. No, I'm quite sure I've heard her. You coward. I'm not. R2. But don't worry, I wait for you to finish that. To finish that thought yourself when you're ready. Okay. Does he have anything to say? No. I would prefer. Mom was such a beautiful bride. That was when she was young. Young too. She was only 19 while father was in his 30s. Damn, okay, that's why he's so old. 19 and 30. That's kind of scary for nowadays. But where is the dad? Okay, we'll do the dad part and then I will cut it down for now. There we go. Holy Father, you're right. I don't understand. Why are you trying to say? My dear, my pain, I saw red. Father, please. You're not making any sense. Why did you want to? You know, I couldn't. Stay here, Father, I'll get help. Try not to move too much. Now that, okay, Father is hurt. What could have happened? I just found him bleeding on the floor. He's conscious, but rambling incoherently. It's clear I won't get any sense out of him. I'd better assess the situation quickly, then focus on helping him. Dear colleague, we were deeply saddened to learn some time ago that you're no longer in good health. The news came as quite a shock to all of us here at the Artisans League. You have always been one of the most spirited among us, consistently planning your next big project. On behalf of all the members of the league, I wish you a swift and full recovery. We are certain that you will be back with us in no time, ready to astonish us once again with one of your new creations. Take care, dear friend, and know that you are greatly missed. Yours truly, Lord Palladi. Um, a moment of clarity. I believe I remember now, but how could it be possible? Then again, our history is rife with such inexplicable occurrences. I have always known I was long overdue to pay for my despicable actions. But why torment only my mind? No, this is merely the beginning. The worst is yet to come. I must tell them before I forget again. Oh yeah, okay. The wound looks rather deep. Fortunately, the bleeding seems to have stopped. There's a lot of blood. What happened here? Are there so many books? Why are there so many books and notes? I thought this vision was... I thought his visions... Did he briefly recover his eyesight? Tell mother what was happened. Ask... It's locked. Perhaps inside. Father in his youth with his hunting companion Milton. Father named all our dogs Milton for reasons known only to himself. Yeah. The best thing about a stuffed owl is that unlike its live counterpart, it doesn't turn its head to follow you around. I don't remember this clock here. For some reason, it looks oddly familiar. I have no one to call. Does she say anything? My father is hurt. What happened? I don't know. I just found him on the floor with a wound on his head. Goodness, that sounds terrible. Is he fine now? Did you help him? No, not yet. I came to call for help. Go get your mother and help the poor man. Can't you help me? I would help him in a heartbeat, but your father has forbidden me from entering his room. What? Why? Who knows? He doesn't like me, I suppose. That's not important now. Go alert your mother already. Right? Let's go upstairs. Oh, what the hell? They prepared his coffin. I appreciate their caution, but it feels so sinister. Indeed. Funeral towels. Candles to light at the father's head as he passes away. It's getting creepy. The wooden cross to be placed on his tomb. It must stay there for at least a year before we can replace it with one made from granite, stone, or marble. I find all these preparations for father's supposedly imminent death rather unsettling. Yeah, me too. Me too. What do you mean again? Come help me. Oh, I'm sure he'll find a way to save the day yourself, big brother. Are you seriously not going to help? Be conscious? Barely, he speaks nonsense. So just another Tuesday then, carry on, brother. How can you be so callous? I just got used to it. All these years you were away. Now stop acting like a little accident is some remarkable event. You can take care of father when he stumbles from now on, as I've done countless times before you return. Tell mother what happened. That's where he fell. That's where Irina is. Mother, something happened to father. He's hurt. What do you mean he's hurt? What happened? He's hit his head. I don't know. Maybe he fell. Or someone clobbered him? Don't be ridiculous, child. Who would hurt Leon? He must have fallen again. Lord knows how many times I have found him on the floor myself. Come, let's patch him up and he'll be fine in no time. You don't seem too troubled. Listen, Marius, I understand this is all new to you, but we've been dealing with these sorts of things plenty in the past months. Now come and help me with your father. There, see? He's perfectly fine now. Let's let him rest. Shouldn't we call the doctor? At least to have a look at him, better to be safe. I will not bother. I'm getting a little bit the feeling that that this wife of his kinda wants him to die. Because the doctor asked to see how he was. She didn't answer. And now when it comes to him getting hurt and asking for a doctor, she's like, oh, it's gonna be fine. I don't know, mother, it doesn't seem wise to me. It's good you're not the one in charge then. Now I've said my final word in this matter. Who knows what set him off this time. He always angry, disrespectful or so. I'm worried about him. He doesn't seem like he's having a good life. Well, who would? The son of a noble family, anything he could want in reach. The chance to run a well-established business, the guaranteed respect of his peers. It must be dreadful. Oh, she's sarcastic. Mother, baby, what he wants is your approval. It always seems to elude him. Not this again, I'm his mother. My duty is to teach him and steer him back to the right path each time he strays, and strays too often for my patience. What is it that he does that makes you so this content. This isn't a topic for tonight. We'll have plenty of time to speak about it. Lord knows I need someone to consult with. I just want that boy to settle into a respectable life already. But he doesn't understand. We'll find a way, Mother. I know you wish him well. Certainly that will fix him right up. Okay, you can say such things. God's always watching. I know you're not much of a church goer, but if you would have lived as long as me and went through all the things I went through, you wouldn't waste your breath either, child. God will help those who ask with belief in their heart. Well, there is no point in me asking then, is there? I leave the praying to you. Maybe Irina? What on earth do you mean? Irina, please tell me if you know something? Listen, I don't know much. I just heard some commotion, shouting maybe, coming from your father's room. Shouting from who? I don't know, I didn't pay much attention to it. Your family aren't strangers to fighting, and what do I know? It's not my place to interfere. I'm sorry you have to witness such things. Oh, it's fine, thank you. I wouldn't dare to say someone wanted to cause him harm. But look, Marius, I don't want to get any more mixed up in this. I'm just a servant, and if your mother, or God forbid, your brother here I've been running my mouth, I'll be cast out. And I really don't want to leave, especially not now. Don't worry, nobody will send you off. I won't let them. You mean that? I do, thanks for telling me. Have I not made even more of a mess? No, I promise. She said there was no need to, but that doesn't make any sense. Your father is hurt, that's what I said. What is happening with your mother tonight? I can't believe she would be so... I'm sorry, I know it's your mother and my employer, but that's just irresponsible. Yeah, it just seems super weird. I think so too. Then let's do something. Just say the word and I'll call Dr. Furman myself. Mother would be furious. It's your decision, but it would be the responsible thing to do. And I know you have stood by when someone... Okay, call. So I need to go probably where the phone is. Good evening, doctor. I'm calling you on behalf of Marius. Yes, that's right, eldest son. The reason we're calling is because I had an accident in this evening. I think it would be best if you could come check on him. He has a head injury and lost a good amount of blood. He's stable for now. Thank you, doctor. We're grateful. We'll be waiting for your arrival. This is not a house I would want to live in. There's a doctor. Pleased to make the acquaintance. I wish I was under better circumstances now. I wish my son would abandon you for no reason, but I'm afraid he got carried away despite mother's words. Leon's health is of utmost importance to me. In fact, I'm quite surprised you haven't called yourself. This isn't like you, dare I say. Heavens, whatever do you mean, doctor? It's just a little wound. Hardly anything to fuss about. Any injury to the head can have drastic consequences, my lady. Don't want to interfere, but father was doing fine this morning and now he's talking gibberish. Well, it's a clear you both know better. I hadn't planned to get on getting reprimanded this evening, so if you'll excuse me, I'll leave you to check on my husband. Please take your regular room and stay the night after you're done, doctor. I insist. I don't like dead things no matter how well preserved they might be. Ah. Oh. He's stable for now. I'm worried about him not making sense, but it wouldn't be the first time. There was blood from his wound on the carpet. Was he bleeding heavily when you found him? It didn't seem so. When mother patched him up, it seemed like the bleeding had stopped already. Regardless, I think it's best if we don't take any chances. I'd rather we do a transfusion and have... You have the stomach for it, don't you? You look in good health. Certainly, whatever you think is necessary. I wanted to... Let's do this, of course. What do you want to know? Well, I don't know much, really. Only what Mother and Remus have told me, but I didn't have a chance to get much more detail. It began with episodes of confusion, as I'm sure your mother already told you. He had trouble recognizing people. He started seeing your father about 8 months ago. At first I thought it might be because of his age. You know, old people getting old, but his symptoms are complex and I dare say inexplicable. There is no literature on such ailment. Describes him as fit and vigorous man merely a year ago. Merely a year ago. His mind was bright with no signs of deterioration, and look at him now. Old age doesn't take such a toll in barely a year. At this rate, he won't be long for this world. Is there nothing that can be done? No treatment? I tried, of course I did. Nothing worked. Medicine, ointments, changing his diet. No one has a clue what else to try. So what do we do? Just wait for him to pass on? I'm afraid there is little we can do. Bar from some miraculous medical breakthrough. We must be cautious he doesn't hurt himself again and rush his demise. Try to keep his spirits high. Don't leave anything you wanted to tell him unspoken, and make peace with the unavoidable. What a polite way to inquire about my expertise. I studied at the Royal Academy of Medicine, then I served as a physician on the front lines during the war. When peace was brokered, I was offered a position at the Cantacuzino Health Institute, where I Practiced for 8 years. Then I started working as a private family doctor 3 years ago. You do the math, tell me if my qualifications are certain. They are, and I apologize, I didn't mean to be rude. It's quite alright, young man. I'm glad Leon now has 2 sons to keep a responsible eye on him. What a curious question. Well, yes, of course I know her. I was bound to bump into her every once in a while during my visit. Why do you ask? No reason. Now that I think about it. Young man, do you often feel the need to bring someone up for no reason at all? Are you also starting to experience your father's symptoms? No, I assure you I'm quite well. There must be some other reason. What could make a man think about a young, and dare I say, not too hard on the eyes, damsel in the most inappropriate of moments, just as his father lies hurt in bed? I guess I'll never know. I just wish I could do more. Regardless, okay. Even Lady Rosenthal. How curious, she always seems ready to bite my ear off. But alas, it must be her way of making sure I do my best. I'm not sure that she's too delighted by my friendship. Oh, so this and Remus are friends. Okay. Yes, as we mentioned, we're like 2 pairs in a pod, despite me having a few years on him. More than just a few, but what's a decade or 2 between friends? I haven't left this room and she didn't come barging in here, so no. Why have you lost her already? She doesn't seem to be around, and I wanted to ask her more about some outing. She said that shouting. Did Lady Rosenthal have another role? Did she say? She didn't say, just that she shout, just that the shouting came from this room. Wait a second. Are you implying Leon must have been? I don't know, I don't think so, but could have been. It's not completely out of the question. I would explain why no one was keen on calling me. It would explain. Oh, okay. But I feel like we're veering into murder mystery territory with a little cause. In all likelihood, he just fell and bumped his head. This is Leon's family after all. Who would want to hurt him in the state that he's in? Fine around me. We have a good bond. He didn't want me back. Young boys are always threatened by their older brothers. I wouldn't read too much into it. We used to be close. 2 years apart can change a lot between people, even family. I left the transfusion kit here a couple of weeks ago. It seems like a wise decision for now. I've left it with Remus. He most likely kept it in his study, but perhaps you should ask him where to put it. Just the kit then? We'll also need a vial of anticoagulant. It must be in the same place as the kit. Not even Remus can be so distracted to have placed it anywhere else. But don't tell him I said that. Okay. I'm gonna stop here. This is a really interesting and creepy game, to say the least. But I see the stuttering here isn't that as crazy as outside. But anyway.